I know it's a police occasion, but I need to thank our firefighters because once again, they have Old Glory out here flying, and appreciate the support y'all give. Before I read the proclamation, let me tell you, I had a few thoughts. Yesterday was Mother's Day, and I thought, you know what Mom told me when I was a little fella? She said, you know, if you ever get separated from me or lost, look for a policeman. The policeman's your friend. Now, I know a bunch of y'all, your mom told you the same thing, right? But my mom wouldn't lie. You know, the mom was right. The police are your friends, and they're not only that, they're your protector. And every one of them, the ones standing here and all their friends out on patrol and all that, would willingly, voluntarily get between you and any danger that you might encounter. That's what they do, and we're so proud of them. And this may be the last time I get to do something like this, and I just want you to know, Chief Phipps, I really appreciate your department, and it's got high morale, great training, and just they're ready to react to any emergency, and I really appreciate what you do. I have a City of Kingsport proclamation. Whereas Congress and President of the United States have designated May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day, and the week in which May 15th falls as National Police Week, and whereas there are approximately 800,000 law enforcement officers serving in communities across the United States, including the dedicated members of the Kingsport Police Department, and whereas law enforcement agencies play an essential role in safeguarding the rights and freedoms guaranteed to each citizen within our community, and whereas it is important that all citizens know and understand the responsibilities, hazards, and sacrifices of their law enforcement agencies, and that members of our law enforcement agencies recognize their duty to serve the people by protecting them against violence and disorder, and whereas the citizens of Kingsport owe their safety and security to the hard work of the Kingsport Police Force, now therefore I, Patrick W. Shull, Mayor, City of Kingsport, and on behalf of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen of the city, do proclaim May 12th through the 18th as National Police Week in Kingsport, and encourage recognition of the essential role that police officers serve in our community, signed this day by me, Patrick W. Shull, Mayor, and I'd like to present it to Chief Phipps.
Well, thank you for the opportunity to be here with you. I wasn't nervous until I saw Bud Halsey in the crowd, and so I know I can't live up to any of his stories or any of his jokes, but I will say it is a tremendous privilege to serve with him in the legislature, and also to just stop for a moment and to be able to be here with you all. I serve the 3rd House District, which is all of Johnson County, part of Carter, part of Hawkins, part of Sullivan, a little bit of Kingsport, and so it's a privilege to be here with you on this occasion today, and just to stop for a moment. The closest thing that I have come to being in law enforcement was I had the privilege to go and speak to a group that was getting their taser training. And I thought that, you know, oh, this is going to go great. I sat through a few hours with them. They gave me a little certificate. I said, you know, here's a blue book. For those of you who want one, ask Bud or me. But and then I said, okay, well, I'll see you guys later. And the instructor said, oh, no. No. You don't get to leave because you can't have the certificate unless you two join in the rest of the class. I said, well, what's the rest of the class? All I can say is there's a video on YouTube somewhere, and I'm not super proud or unproud of it. Please don't go look it up. But I had the privilege of being tased, and they said, hey, you want to come to the pepper spray class next? I said, no, thank you. I'm good. You know, the world is churning. Unrest, it's unsettled, it's unsettling. If you watch the news, and most of us have to turn it off because it's difficult to continue to watch the same thing over and over again. The hard parts, even the good stories sometimes just seem to fall short. I wanted to come here and be with you today to stop just for a moment, understanding the news is what it is, and do the best thing that I can do in the most imperfect way that I know how, and just say thank you. Not just on behalf of the 3rd House District, not just on behalf of the Hill family, which is my oldest son, Gavin, who's a Marine Reservist, and my youngest son, Hudson, who is 8 years old. And if he was here, he'd know it because he'd be standing here on the mic instead of me. He'd find a way to push me out of the way. But not on just behalf of my sons, but behalf of the community, as best we know how, is to say thank you with gratitude for your service and your sacrifice, not just of yourselves, but of your family and what you give up to be here, not just for your career, but as a person and what you give to this community. The best that we can say is say thank you. And so I wanted to stop. It's been a very strange transition for me from having served in the past to not serving and kind of living, outside of the political life, and then being thrown back into it a little less than a year ago. And being with real people appreciate what you do. The mess that's on the news or the mess that gets reported by paid protesting groups, not legitimate, not real. The real people that you serve appreciate you. And I just wanted to express that in the best way that I know how. So, that being said, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please know that you can call on me at any point if I can be of help, whether you're in the 3rd House District or not. And I will continue to look for Bud Holsey for advice and wisdom. So watch out, world. But thank you, and thanks for the opportunity to be here.
As we continue to reflect on the officers who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our communities, we pause at this time to honor them individually as we have the roll call of names. I invite any family member, friend, or officer to come take a rose and place it on the memorial as the name is called. J.M. Carmack, Kingsport Police Department. John Smith, Kingsport Police Department. George Frazier, Kingsport Police Department. John E. Mills, Kingsport Police Department. Ira Burgess, Kingsport Police Department. Lee Eldrith, Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. Hubert Webb, Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. Bruce Barker, Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. Sergeant Arthur Lane, Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. Glayton Parker, Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. Steve Mullins, Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. Sergeant Roscoe Bob Teague, Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. Steve Reiner, Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. Barry Shelton, Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. Robert Boland, Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. Sergeant Steve Hinkle, Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. Sergeant Joshua Stewart, Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. Robert Mitchell, Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. Drew Harrell, Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. John Wesley Wright, Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. Gerald Gibson, Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. Benjamin Sluss, Scott County Sheriff's Office. I. M. Skeens, Scott County Sheriff's Office.